Good day, everyone. Just like we've been doing over the week, we've been trying to have revisions on the literature text and the poems. We have finished the prose and the drama, all the books on the prose and the drama. Today we're going to the poetry, and we will start with piano and drums. Both are African poems. I want to treat piano and drums today because there seems to be some similarities between them, and students tend to mistake them for each other. Of course, there are similarities that abound in them, but then there is still little difference between the two poems. Slight differences, but most students don't take note of those differences, so they might likely put them in the same category. Yes, they are in the same category. You still have to take note of that slight difference in the piano and drums, written by Gabriel Okara, and Anvil and the Hammer, written by Kofi Awolowo. Now, I'll start with the contrast between both of them. Now, you remember that piano and drum is instruments used by musicians, while the anvil and the hammer are instruments used by the blacksmith. Both writers are African writers. They use this instrument to tell us the history of Africa, the past that we have about our culture, our cultural heritage. So piano is brought in by the Western world. So piano simply represents the Western world, while drum is a representation of African culture. We use drum in everything we want to do. So this one represents Africa, while piano represents the Western world. Now, for anvil and the hammer. Now, anvil and the hammer are, on the other hand, instruments used by the blacksmith. Now, in that poem, the poet tried to tell us that the anvil is an instrument that the blacksmith puts in the gold, and then uses the hammer to straighten the gold in it. So in this instance, anvil is not talking about whether it is Western or whether it is African, but the poet is only trying to tell us that we can use the new culture to develop the old one. So if the poet is trying, the action of the blacksmith in using the hammer to straighten the anvil is what the poet is trying to tell us, that we should not discard the African culture. Rather, we should use what we have to build what we have gotten, the new one we got, to build the one we have on ground. But both cultures talked about the influences of the Western world or European culture on the African culture. Talked about the past experiences. Both poems went to the past to tell us what our forefathers experienced, what we went through in the form of colonization, in the form of trying to change what we had, in the form of trying to imbibe new culture, and then what are those things that we gain from the old and from the new culture, and what are those things that we have in our old culture that we're missing. So both poets are trying to tell us that we should not discard our old culture, but we should hold on to it. In piano and drum, remember, the poet is nostalgic. The poet wants to experience what he had before in his culture. In fact, he's confused when he got to a stage whether to go with the drum or to go with the piano, because it seems to him that the string of the piano is complex to understand. The complexity of the piano compared to the drum, which is quite interesting and easy to imbibe, easy to dance to, easy to learn. So he's confused. He doesn't know which one to choose. Anvil and the hammer, there is confusion there too. The poet is also told us in that point that the new culture is a little bit confusing. Learning the new culture, we have gained a lot. But now the confusion is, should we go for the new or should we go for the old? But towards the tail end of the poem now decides that, okay, so have a new garment so that we can wear it under, let's have our old garment worn under the new garment. So what he's trying to say is that let's have us use the old to build the use the whole to build the new and use the new to build the whole. Let's not forget the whole, but let's hold on to both instead of discarding it. Because after all the confusion he went through, he concluded that that even what we have learned from the new, we have been able to develop new songs. We have been able to develop new culture through what we have learned from the new culture. But in piano and drums, he is saying that there is confusion. He doesn't know whether to go for the piano or to go for the drums. So those are the contrasts between the two. But I will highlight the contrast for us to see in case we come across this question. It is likely, I mean, it might not be likely, but there is consideration for the fact that it might come across, you might come across it in exam. So we need to know the comparison and the contrast between both points. Now, let's go to the contrast. I will start with the contrast of both points. Now, I'll make it a tabular form for easy understanding. I will put this as the piano and make this the anvil and the hammer. Now, the first contrast here is that this one, piano and drum, is written by Gabriel AKURE. Gabriel AKURE is a Nigerian of Bayelsa origin, from Bayelsa. While Anvil and the Hammer is written by Kofi Awono Williams. He is a Ghanaian. So both experience the same thing. So we can link them to the days of colonization. They are only trying to bring us back, take us back to those days. Now, for piano and drum is a 4-stanza poem. A 4-stanza poem. While Anvil and the Hammer is a 2-stanza poem. Now, most people, there are some places you find the Anvil and the Hammer and it is written like 4 stanzas. That is confusing. It is not a 4-stanza poem. It is a 2-stanza poem. It is 2 lines, 2 stanzas for this poem. It is a 2-stanza poem. Then number 3. The piano and drum has a natural setting with cultural reflection. And childhood remembrance. While the Anvil and the Hammer, that also has a rural setting with socio-political tales. It has a rural setting with socio-political tale of freedom. Now, number 4 contrast is that the piano and the drum reveals uncertainty. It reveals uncertainty. Like I said before, the quest was not certain whether to go for the piano or to go for the drum. What I mean is that it's not certain whether to go for the African tradition and culture or to go for the European tradition and culture. Now, when we talk about the African tradition and culture, we're talking about reminiscences, about our dress sense, about our cultural heritage, about the way we do things, about our eating habits, and then in comparison with the European culture, with the complexity of learning new ways. You know, when you learn to, when trying to learn the piano, it is a little bit complex. That is why he represented the European culture with the piano, because